We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you some breaking news. There's been reports all over the area of something crazy going on, something big. People's homes, their minds even, are being taken over by something called, what is it they're calling it? They're calling it Bad Movie Debate.
What up, nerds? It's me, Jacob Bad for Bad Movie Debate, here to talk about Christmas movies, a specific Christmas movie. My Secret Santa, newly released on Netflix, because Netflix is now Hallmark when it comes to Christmas, and they make a million Christmas movies shot over a 2-week period and just throw anything at the wall and hope it sticks, which is one way to do it when you have that much money, I guess. So we're going to talk about My Secret Santa. It's one of the newer ones. I have with me Antine. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Simple as that. Of course, Antine's here for Christmas.
As is tradition.
As is just kind of how we do. We'll talk about My Secret Santa in a bit. It's fine. It could have been better. It could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. I'll give you that.
Fair statement.
I'll give you that.
Fair statement.
To start. But we'll get to it. First things first. Top 5 Christmas movies. You have a million in your head, so whatever 5 feel like you're vibing with you this year,
fair.
I guess, because that's kind of what I did.
Top of the list is always going to be National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's always my number one.
Solid shit.
Total favorite. Love The Holiday and Love Actually, having the two true rom-coms that are actually good movies. Excellent. Violent Night, been liking that a lot this year.
Okay,
Violent Night
that
is
one's fun.
A solid movie. And then one that we've done on this podcast before, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
Yeah, I think that's got to be my top 5 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew Most Wonderful Time of the Year was going to be on.
I love that movie. I don't know what to say. It's comforting.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair and that's valid. What's that one line? The worst.
The saddest day of the year is December 26th. Nick and I say that to each other all the time.
I know. Before we watched that movie and did that one that year, I heard Nick say it to you, and I was like, "What the is he even talking about?" And like, I was like, he's doing a bit of some sort that I don't. And then I watched the movie so we could talk about it, and I was like, "Oh, now I get it." Now I get it.
Listen, it's a good movie. I depending on what everyone else says, I don't really care.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, no, I mean, that's at the end of the day, you like it, so who cares?
Exactly. What about you? What are your top 5?
Okay, so I got a new one this year. Last Christmas with Emilia Clarke, because we were talking about it at the Christmas murder mystery party y'all had. Because Austin and I had just watched it like earlier that week. It was really just kind of okay until the end.
And the end,
and then the end, and you're like, this is what's actually happening, and you're like, oh yeah, that makes so much sense, and like that's actually kind of cool. Like I don't want to spoil it because it's a pretty big like there's a reason why it's called Last Christmas and why that song is incorporated into it, like super hard. It's not like a George Michael cameo, which would have been lit.
Okay.
Spoiler, he's not in there, but is
it sad at the end? Does it get to be like a tragedy?
Yeah, it's a sad kind of a thing. It's like sad, but also
heartwarming.
She ends up in a better place, but for like than she was in.
Okay.
But like how we got there was sad. Like how we get there is sad at the end when you realize like, oh shit, that's what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's one of like you don't think about it too hard. You just kind of watch it and you're like, oh dang, that's crazy. It was good.
All right. I'll have to give it a watch.
We were both like, this is pretty mid up until all that started to happen, and then we were like, okay, now we get it.
And now it's on your list of top 5.
And now I'm like, yeah, it was probably the most recent one I watched besides My Secret Santa. So
okay, pretty good.
I think it's okay. Then we got Gremlins. Love Gremlins.
That's one of your favorite Christmas movies.
It's up there. I mean, like again, like I've already done like Christmas Vacation. Like I think the first time I said it, Christmas Vacation, and like all these other ones and stuff. But Gremlins is a lot of fun, and it is very Christmas.
That's
like
hilarious.
It's set during Christmas and stuff, and like they're just weird little guys, and it's just fun to watch them.
Okay, fair enough.
Home Alone.
Oh, classic.
Love Home Alone.
Gotta be.
I don't really need to go on about Home Alone. It's awesome. Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Okay.
So good. It's just so good.
I'm partial to the original Grinch, the cartoon Grinch.
Yeah, the cartoon one. I mean, that one's fine. I just love Jim Carrey so much, and just his chaotic energy that he brings to it.
Very good way of describing.
And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. Like, this is hilarious. Like,
it is fun.
I love Jim Carrey and just everything he does. So, and then I put Red One that came out last year.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
It was really fun. It's like it's not gonna blow your mind. It's not the best movie I saw last year by any means, but like, I mean, it did exactly what it was supposed to do, and it was very fun.
And it's
Like,
funny.
yeah, it's very funny.
We were actually thinking about watching it tonight, so
I think you should. I again, it's not gonna blow your mind or anything, but I think you will enjoy it because like I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny.
It's getting higher on the list.
Yeah, and it's like action, like it's like it's kind of stupid, but like it's supposed to be.
See, I feel like that's what's fun is when those Christmas movies, which you always expect to be in the Hallmark subgenre, get into like action Christmas movies, horror Christmas movies, like absolutely whatever, like Die Hard, great Christmas movie,
a fantastic
absolutely
Christmas
movie.
Yeah,
great
absolutely.
Christmas movie, because it bridges that action Christmas gap that we love it so much.
Yeah, exactly. And like Krampus that came out 2017 or something like that. It's got Adam Scott in it and Toni Collette. Really good. Like doesn't take itself too seriously, but really good and like very Christmassy, like and everything. So I love that one too, but I said that last year, I think. Okay, so this movie, My Secret Santa, the ratings on this is actually kind of wild because I dove deeper into it. So it's a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Does that mean people like it?
That's the like official rating, but like there's not any like top critics. So like the New York Times didn't write an article, RogerEbert.com didn't write it. But like I found articles from Decider.com and Screen Rant, which are like, like they do that. Like they like so that's where, and they had one was a good one, obviously one was a bad one, but yeah, there wasn't any like, I don't want to say like major publications is the right way. There was no critic scores for many of them, but 79% was the consensus in that regard. But then like the fan only, like I guess like not checked marked accounts was 41%. So like if you and me were gonna write a review for it, like that, like the popcorn meter audience gave it a 41. The people with a little bit of like authority or like like just credibility gave it 79.
That is extremely surprising.
That's really weird, which is why I was like, yeah, we're gonna do this one because that's really weird. Yeah, I don't know. People like the layman did not enjoy it very much, which I thought
that's fair.
Which I was very surprised by.
I have a theory that perhaps the reason that the people who are more familiar with film or like actually digging into film a little bit more were more interested in it than the general public is because it did have a really high production value.
Yeah.
Compared to
it really did. Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Minus the fake snow on top of the buildings that they showed us a lot.
That's fair. But
like it looked like marshmallow in some scenes. I was like that is not
You're
real.
Like, that's not so. A lot of their like walking through town scenes and everything. I was like, they did a great job shooting this.
Yeah, those were good. Like that. Like the cinematography was, exactly what it needed to be. I think and everything. So
acting
like it was
wasn't
good.
Terrible.
Acting was fine. I do think that the chemistry between our two love interest leads was really good and a lot better than a lot of the other ones, like in this kind of genre of Christmas movie and stuff. So like I'll give them that. But yeah, the audience didn't really care apparently, which is super weird. IMDb gave it a 5.7, which is pretty standard for IMDb. And then Metacritic didn't have. I usually do Metacritic. I'm gonna actually start doing Letterboxd because that's like the hot new thing for movie things. And that's on a 5-star rating, 2.2 average rating.
Wow. Okay.
So
that's
almost quite literally right in the middle.
Okay.
but a little bit lower.
So 2.2 out of 5.
Yeah, out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2.2 out of 5. So kind of in that 41% like kind of area.
I get it. I mean, it's a pretty middle of the road as far as that particular like Hallmarky Christmas movie, right?
Yeah.
Solid. Really solid.
Yeah.
If you're looking for more, a little harder to justify, but excellent. If you're looking for a movie that's going to scratch the romance, like
that's going to do romance, all that. Yeah. I mean, this is there, but
and pretty tongue-in-cheek. I feel like it's self-aware. You get a lot of humor around the fact that this woman is pretending to be an old man.
Yeah, there is some, but like some of it, we'll get to it. All right, good review, bad review, good quote, bad quote. I'm gonna butcher this person's name. I apologize. Amito Ajabez. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm sorry. For Screen Rant said, this is a good one. Quote, the film's leads are a charming couple with undeniable on-screen chemistry, end quote, which I agreed with. I was like, yeah, no, they were really good in their scenes together, whether they were like having the predictable expected tiff where they fall out of favor for a second, or like they're like being their little flirty selves and stuff, like building up to the end of the movie and stuff. I thought they did really good. I wasn't, because usually when I have to watch one of these kind of movies, I usually hate one of them. I usually think one of them is really bad, and it's like, that's not working.
I feel like it's rare that the two lead actors are actually both good too in these movies.
Exactly. Like, and I was like, oh, okay, these leads are actually doing a really good job, and like are acting really well and are acting really well together. Like, which I was very surprised by, to be honest. And then the bad review is Liz. Gonna mess this name up too. Kokan, sure, for Decider. Said, quote, I don't think My Secret Santa is a bad film, but it's a worse version of a classic film so iconic that it pales in comparison, end quote. Because it's Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh,
it's a Mrs. Doubtfire thing.
Yes, this makes sense.
I read that review after I watched the movie and was like, oh yeah, it's Mrs. Doubtfire.
Well, I guess
but like gender swap.
If you wanted to argue, like you could really argue that any cross-dressing disguise movie could be Mrs. Doubtfire. You could make a comparison to pretty much.
Yeah, but it's like for her kid.
Yeah,
and like he's doing it for his kid, so he can be close to the kids, and like she's doing it to get her kid to snowboarding school.
Which we gotta talk about that.
Can we talk about snowboarding camp or school or whatever?
She opens up the admission letter to this snowboarding school, and she says that's a lot of zeros.
Yeah,
and I'm like, if you're talking anywhere more than 3 zeros at that point, then this child should not be going to that snowboarding school. If you can't make rent and you're paying literally thousands of dollars, especially, like maybe we don't go snowboarding this year.
Yeah, maybe we don't do it this year.
Because you
like,
know what?
We already know you're good enough to get in. Now that you can get in, we can save going forward. And also, it's right down the road. Like it's at the estate. Like it's stuff. So it's like, it's not like you're not gonna be able to go.
Yeah.
Like at some point, like, I don't know, that did kind of drive me crazy because I was like, I think I wrote down, I was like, what the fuck is snowboarding school? It was like, and it was like, oh, it's and then like throughout the film, you kind of, you understand that it seems to be like a weekend class, like course kind of a thing, not like she's going to school and like Monday through Friday. Because I was like, because they call it a school, and I was like, I don't know, for some reason I was like, what the like,
it's like true like intensive snowboarding lessons, but not like she's going off to snowboarding boarding school.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what the fuck is it? I was like, oh no, it's not that. Okay. I was like, that makes more sense, I guess, but still.
And either way, it's like, at that point, just get out on a hill and learn to snowboard.
Well, she's already really good, apparently. That's why she was able to get in, like.
I think it's also ironic.
In like a reel or something? I don't know.
When you get to this whole piece about how mom had to give up her dream for music because of the realities of hard living.
Yeah.
Well, which is another funny theme that I've been seeing in a lot of Christmas movies these days. A lot of mom had to give up her dream themes in these movies these days. But I feel like that is at odds with the, all right, sweetie, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that you can afford this snowboarding school. Yeah. I don't know, because then when she like is Santa for the first few days, they're like, I want a pony, and she's like, well, logistically, like that wouldn't make any sense, so how about instead we get you a poster of a pony? And she's like shutting them all down because she's like being super pragmatic about it and stuff. And like, I don't know, like that whole angle of it for me, I was like she's gonna get fired, and they like almost fire her, and stuff. And I'm like just like, I mean, it's like what's it, Matthew, like when they go and talk, like while she's still dressed up as the old man and stuff, he's like, it's like, it's not really your problem. Like if it's the kid, if the parents can't get her a pony, like you just say sure thing, and then pony's coming. Sorry,
next,
Dad.
and then you move on, like kind of a thing. Like I don't know, like that just felt kind of like, I get why they did it. Like I get why she's doing it from that angle, because she's struggling to take care of her kid. And it's like, and if Santa promises all this big shit, the parents actually have to do it. Yeah, like I get why, but it's like, but you're trying to do this really big crazy thing for your kid. I don't know. It just sat with me weird.
Yes,
You know,
I
like, I
agree
don't
with
know.
that. There were two things that I thought especially didn't make sense in this otherwise excellent movie that I quite enjoyed. But one of them being, I felt like her musical career could have been left out entirely. I don't
it
think we
didn't really
needed it.
seem super narratively necessary.
Yeah, it
It's
was
like,
just
yeah,
annoying.
honestly, I think they thought, I feel like, well, that's how they do the meet cute at the beginning, is she's selling all of her records and the screaming kittens are in there and he just happens to be standing right there. It's like, no, these people are awesome. Wait, that's you. Holy shit.
And he
like,
happens to be a huge fan of...
Yeah, he happens to be a huge fan of her
like,
band from 20 years ago and stuff.
recognize the fact that he recognizes her is also weird. I think that they could have done it. Like, that doesn't have to be the meet cute. They could figure out a better meet
There's
cute.
a million meet cutes that you could do.
For whatever reason, if they there weren't too many subplots, so I'm not going to complain too much on it, but if that's the one subplot that they really picked and I did not get why that was one, but sure. The other thing that I did not really work was when at some point when she flips from being the not so good Santa, where she's telling
and then she helps with the girl with the stutter and stuff, which was very nice. So it was a very nice Christmas moment.
And then like this kid's fear of the dark is cured too. She's just amazing. I thought that was super unbelievable when the like assistant manager to the hotel or whatever jumps in and says, "You got to come see this. These kids are all opening up to Santa." It's like he gets them to tell them their fears and hopes and dreams for the future. And I was just like, all right, can we calm our shit down, y'all? Like, he's Santa. The kids love Santa. That's that. Let's leave it at that.
Well, yeah, it's just, I don't know. They leaned way too hard into like that part of it in the sense that like, okay, she's better at it, but like, I don't know. It is weird that it's like she's like therapizing these kids a little bit, you know? It's like, okay, so now all of a sudden she's a speech therapist and is like, well, you can sing to get your stutter away, like that'll help and stuff. And now all of a sudden she's a psychologist and she's like, well, here's what you do if you're scared of the dark, like you can do that. And like, just like, yeah, like, I don't know. It was very like, okay, so she sucked at first and now she's like literally the best Santa you could ever hope for, like that. I don't know. It was just like,
Jacob, it's a Christmas miracle. We don't question it.
I mean, I'm gonna question it.
We don't question the Christmas miracle.
Okay, if I'm not allowed to question that, sure, I'll give that up to its Christmas miracle. That's fine. I think my biggest two issues, my biggest plot, like, why is this happening this way? One's ridiculous and one's like the more like, like logistically, like how the fuck did this even happen in the first place? We'll go with the ridiculous one first.
All right.
Her plan for where they have the event and she's supposed to be there and he's supposed to be there. First of all, banging dress. She came in and I literally wrote down, I was like, damn.
She's in like that form-fitted red dress. Yeah. Her hair looks
amazing, dude. She walked in and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, agreed.
I was like, damn, like, she looks amazing.
The brilliant plan of changing back and forth between this hot dress and her Santa costume.
Exactly. And like
in multiple times.
Because again, and we have to mention this, like her brother and his husband are like horror like costume artists, like so they can make people? Which like the costume did look really good, like it did exactly what it needed to, so they can just make this costume for her and that's how she's able to do it in the first place. And so yeah, the plan is to run back and forth between the men's room changing with the help of them two, back and forth, instead of, oh, I don't know, putting one of them in the costume.
Oh yeah, like that wouldn't work. Like, or I'm sick, I can't go on this date.
Sorry, I can't go on this date. Or yeah, like Hugh can't go on the date. Like you can, because if you want to just go on the date,
something.
They're like this back and forth like sitcom-y like shit. I was like, this is the dumbest plan.
Yes,
like
yes, that was
literally
not gonna
there
work.
Are like 10 more people in this story, or at least 2 other people in this story who have not met any of these people and could wear the costume and you could just enjoy the date and have a good time. And then nothing would happen, and then the daughter gets hurt, and so she just completely drops the act while in costume and like runs. And so like, and then we could have still that part still could have happened.
And that's true.
Like at some point, like you could have had that moment. Just like in the next scene, like the next day.
I guess
like,
the most dramatic, most possible dramatic way for them to reveal her was while she was still in costume. But then when they come in to tell her that her daughter has been hurt on the snowboarding slopes while she's in costume, in the middle of them already revealing her identity.
Yeah, the VP is doing the shit.
So it's
Tia
like,
Mowry.
yeah, that was silly to me too.
Yeah.
Like another, okay, we were already going to reveal your identity.
Yeah.
Did we need to
Yeah,
also cripple your daughter?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's like it was already happening. Why did it get like? Why did a different angle? I don't know. Make more sense to like do the reveal when the VP was already doing it because she did all her little sleuthing, which is the other logistical thing. It's like it's literally what the owner of the hotel, the dad says. Like, you didn't run a background check. You didn't double check these things. It's like, yes, I know. I told you get us a Santa right now and stuff, but like. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry that I run. You still have to go through all the paperwork and stuff. And it takes the VP like 3 days to like just look at the
my favorite is
fucking what's the word? Social security number.
Yeah, like the personnel
and be like,
file
all right,
or whatever.
yeah, like
HR just really sleeping on the
that's
job.
That's what I'm saying. Like it took that long.
She like
after she started to like be like, what's going on?
Right.
Like,
and when she's searching and she's trying to figure out more about him, and she just drags and drops the photo of him into the image search, and it's just like all pictures of Santa. I did think that was pretty funny. I was like, that's pretty good.
Well, just like it's like. So how are you really good at your job if you tried that?
Yeah.
Like, and like that was your like best angle to get
Agreed.
to like, because they brought you all the way from London or whatever, because that's where you live. I will say the biggest plot twist in the entire thing is finding out the VP is the bully's mom.
Oh, I kind of liked that.
Oh, I loved it. I was like, holy shit, plot twist. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
I did.
I was like, that's sick.
The bully,
but she's bad at her job.
Yeah, well, definitely
I
bad at her job. And I liked the story arc for her daughter, because going from bully to friendly, responsible young woman.
Yeah,
with the help of disguised Santa, human, which was good.
Human, like,
but,
all right, I'll let it slide. But human,
we're gonna let a lot.
We're just gonna let that. We're just gonna breeze. There's other things.
Also, it's like she walked in not knowing what name she was.
She didn't have a name prepared.
Like, you didn't pick your name.
Like, I get that this is like a time sensitive thing, but like,
what do you think they were gonna ask you first?
Yeah,
your name.
What's your name? Yeah. You can't say Santa.
So we're gonna ignore a lot of the plot holes here, but one of the ones that I was like, I don't see how this works. 50% off for employees of the hotel, right?
Yes.
For children of employees of the hotel.
I'm glad you're bringing this up.
So they would have had to be like, this is my daughter, in order to get her 50% off anyway.
Yeah, I was curious where. So it seems like in the very brief moment of the VP's sleuthing, we get a moment where it's like she made up, again, it's really hard to make sense, because she's like, she looks at Hugh Mann's like paperwork, and then she types in what's the main character's name?
Taylor,
yeah. Taylor's information, like social security number, because she's listed as wife on his paperwork.
Okay.
But that also, so that brings up the question of, nobody look, so she just put a random social security number down.
She put her own social security
or she put her own down, but then she was listed as wife or something, I guess. Like, it's like, again, it just seems like a really easy catch.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, and then that's how it's like, okay, that's my daughter. But again, it's like, I don't know,
HR didn't
man.
catch it.
Nobody didn't go, hey, isn't that Taylor woman married to Hugh Mann?
Yeah, like,
why is Matthew like trying to get on that? Like, does he not know that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe these HR people just mind their business, which, like,
I think they really up on
I think
this
they
one.
extremely.
But also, when you really think about it, would there really be that much of a problem with a woman serving in a new say challenging gender norms by pretending to be Santa when she's doing a damn good job of it.
No, I mean that's also a part of it. Is like this really just boils down to like she's like, oh, I'll take the Santa job. Like my brother can make a costume that will make me look like a man.
And they hired her. Like honestly, even after they hired her, she could have been like, hey, I've been doing a great job of this. You didn't know.
Yeah, like nobody knew until the very end of this movie. Like, yeah, it's like I don't like she could at the very beginning been like, okay, you want to hire me and like you think I'm doing a good job, great. I'm a woman. I will keep coming to work like this so I can help my daughter with her shit, like for the snowboarding school or whatever.
I'll keep curing children of their stutters.
That's what I'm saying. Fears. Like, I don't know. It just seems like there was a lot of different ways this could have gone down, and everybody made the worst decisions from top to bottom, except for the daughter. She didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, except for break her neck on the half pipe.
Yeah, but that wasn't her fault. That shit happens. You gotta break some bones if you're gonna get good at snowboarding. You know, like
true.
It's gonna happen.
It's very true.
She's just doing what she was there to do, learn snowboarding, and part of that is breaking your arm or whatever the fuck. Okay, now you said the side plot of her being this like wannabe musician or whatever, and then had to stop to take care of her kid.
It was her dream, but okay.
My least favorite side plot is the weird shit with the landlord.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
That is the most unnecessary part of the entire movie, and every single moment I was like, that's just so weird. Like, I get it, she's lonely and she wants some action in her life, but damn, like, do we have to keep doing this?
The landlord hitting on Santa was so funny. And also twice when she shows up to try to talk to him and she's wearing like that, also wearing like red lingerie situation. Yeah. Like, oh great. That was pretty weird. But also I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun.
I mean, I think they literally only did that so that everybody in the end of the movie could be happy, because then they invite her over for Christmas, because for some reason they're having Christmas at her tiny little apartment instead of in the bougie ass like resort that her like soon to be husband owns. Don't know why they're there. But so they're there. Well, I mean, I do know why. It's so that they can invite the landlord over, and then the landlord and his dad
she can mac on the billionaire.
And they can get together. And now they're all intermingled for the rest of eternity, and everybody's happy.
Look, a lot of suspension of disbelief required to enjoy any Hallmark Christmas movie. However, I felt that when I accepted that level of suspension of disbelief for this movie, I started to really, really enjoy it.
I guess. I don't know. It's just like the suspension of disbelief in this one. It's hard. I think Most Wonderful Time of the Year was more believable.
I agree with
that. It
was
a more normal plot, like a realistic plot.
I think that was more
like
believable.
This one. Like, I get that, you know, again, it's a Christmas movie. It's supposed to just be fun and silly and stuff, but like, it just like. There was just so many things that just don't make any kind of sense.
But I feel like you have to accept that when you're going to watch a cozy Christmas movie, right? You want low stakes. Check.
I mean, yeah.
You want reassurance that everything's going to be okay. Check. Hot billionaire guy, loves her no matter what. You've got the family element. She's great with kids. I actually do think that was one of the things that they did pretty well in this. There are a lot of those Hallmark Christmas movies where they're dealing with kids, and there's a lot of what they're trying to make into like a family moment.
Yeah.
But I did like, and surprising for me, being the one who doesn't really get on with kids that well, I really liked that they had her interacting with like the manager's daughter,
the bully,
the bully kid, and some other kids in this movie, and having what felt like very like real conversations with them. That I thought they did a better job than in most cheesy movies.
And I'll give them that, because but like it's one of those things. It's like, for me at least, it's like, yes, all those scenes with the amount of kids in this movie were genuinely well done and like well acted, well written, like good moments and stuff that push the narrative forward in a way and like are like necessary to the plot and stuff. But it's hard for me to like give the movie points for that. Like I'll give points for that, but then I have to take away from every adult in this movie is an idiot. By like not checking on who Hugh Man is, if he's a real person, until 4 days later. And like
how many kids has he touched in that time?
Exactly. Like that's bad. That's scary. That's scary, dude. Like that's real. I get why the dad like is like, what the is wrong with both of you?
How did you not?
And like
check
Matthew,
this?
like he does the cool look. Only like really cool thing he does in the movie is like he takes the heat because like he doesn't even really want the fucking job anyway, and he knows that the VP deserves the job and stuff, and he's like, it's all my fault, like that's fine, and like that's cool of him to do, but like they're both stupid, like and everything, and like I don't know, man, it just like and again I just really can't get over the costume change, like
that sequence. Let's talk about that sequence a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more to talk about.
We gotta unpack that when.
There's a huge thing we didn't talk about.
So that when Nick and I were rewatching it earlier, Nick watched along with me, and we get to the part of the party sequence where they're doing the costume changes back and forth, where the billionaire son walks into the bathroom.
Gets to the bathroom, because I did think it was funny that they get the way that they got the husband of the brother to like get away is like the guard, I guess. Yeah, he's like, oh, it's crazy, dude. Stephen King's in the lobby, and he's like, what? He's like, oh shit, and he like goes runs to like, yeah, he's like, I gotta go.
Good lord.
And I'm like, that's fine. And I was like, and cue Matthew, and I was like, and there he goes, right in. Like,
so when Matthew gets into the bathroom and she is in there, first of all, she is in there with her brother helping her change, which is
he's gay.
It's fine,
but it's still your brother.
I
like, you know
didn't
what I mean?
have a brother, so I don't have a sense of how weird that
I
would
have
be,
a sister. No,
you're not going to help your sister get out of her dress.
Not once. Okay. If I was gay or not, I don't care.
So that's already weird enough. And then he's helping her get in and out of that tiny, tight-ass red dress, which looks great on her.
Yeah, which again looks great. Best part of the movie.
Back and forth to her Santa suit, and Matthew is seeing under the bathroom stall where it looks like there's some hanky-panky going on between Hugh Man, the Santa, and this unknown man.
And just some guy.
And it is deeply cringy. That moment was deeply cringy.
It is rough. Because then he goes out and they come right back out.
I really like the way that they played it off at the end, though, when Hugh comes out of the bathroom and and Matthew's like,
oh hey,
that was you that I just saw in that stall, and he's like, well, we gotta get back to the party.
Let's go. We gotta go. Yeah, and he's like, okay, yeah,
played it off real natural.
And then I mean, I guess there's no reason to mention it again, but it's just like, I don't know, it was just weird. But then also like in that moment too, they show us like a graphic of him texting Taylor like, hey, where'd you go? And I was like, oh, okay, so like her phone's gonna beep because it's in her pocket right there, and like that's how he's gonna find out or something, but it never comes up. It never comes up. But so they spent time making that like special like graphic, like special effect graphic come up for him texting being like, hey, where'd you go? And then there's no follow up with that,
maybe just to show that he's like noticed that she was gone.
That he can't but like he obviously notices she keeps everybody keeps being like, where's Taylor? And then they're like, where's Hugh?
Freaking weird.
Like I don't know, it's just it's very weird.
The other this party, I guess a lot of weird shit happened at this party. It didn't seem all that weird at the time, but then when she is in there not as Hugh but as herself, talking with Miss Manager, billionaire owner guy, and we're hearing the manager's ideas about how to improve the resort, and Taylor jumps in with, well, all of that sounds great, but what are we need something for the children? Don't the children need something at this ski resort? And I was just like, you're freaking trying to tell me that these brilliant business people have not thought about the fact that if they were marketing this as a family resort, that the children would need something to do. Yeah. Like, I think that they got it.
I think they got it. And then cut to the end where billionaire dad's like, congratulations to Taylor, our new head of like executive director of family events. And it's like, okay, so she gets the dude and a job
Yep.
out of it. And it's like,
we're never late on rent again.
yeah,
sweetie.
exactly. Like again, it still just does. It just genuinely blows my mind. Like, why the fuck are they celebrating Christmas in that tiny ass apartment? When it's like, you're clearly going to be dating this dude, gonna marry this dude, and be with him forever and stuff. Like, go to the resort, dude.
Listen,
Like,
listen. I can
go to the
advocate for
penthouse
that.
suite in
And
their fucking resort, dude.
if you truly love Christmas, you're like, I want people to come and let me take care of you for Christmas.
She can cook in the bougie ass
Yeah, that's
penthouse,
true.
dude.
I was
Like, I'm just like,
take
and
it to the resort.
there's how many people are there? There's her, him, the daughter, her brother, his husband, the dad, and then the landlord and stuff.
7
like,
people.
there's
That's a
7
lot.
people sitting in that tiny ass apartment, and like the brother and his husband are sitting on like a what's it called, where you put your feet up in front of a chair.
An ottoman.
Yeah, like an ottoman. Like, they're sitting on an ottoman because there's not enough space. Like, and then you invite another person over. Like, I don't
Listen,
know. Again,
listen.
it's solely so they can hook the dad up with the landlord.
And
That's literally the whole
everyone
point.
can
It's so
enjoy the
annoying.
magic of Christmas in a humble setting.
Okay.
There's nothing like
I don't know.
like some Tiny Tim energy to really get.
I don't
the
know,
feel
man.
good
Christmas
flowing.
is fine. I think I'd rather spend it in the bougiest place available to me if
listen,
I could.
You and me both.
Like,
You and me
like,
both. You're
like,
telling me if that's basically like a Wyoming lodge.
yeah,
Like,
like,
that sounds great. You're telling me that I can hang out in Teton Village and drink boozy hot cocoa and go
Yeah.
tubing for the rest of the winter?
yeah. Let's
okay.
do that
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of this shit ass apartment.
I'll
Like,
pretend to be Santa. Put me in that thing.
yeah, like, are you joking? Like, I don't know. Again, a lot of dumb decisions by a lot of adults, and the daughter and the bully are the smartest people. It seems like to me. And yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot for me to look past with this one. I had something else specific that I wanted to talk about, but I can't find it in my notes. So maybe I didn't write it down. Maybe it was just a quick thought.
Is it about how awesome her hair looks after she whips that mask off at the end?
Yeah, I know. She looks incredible the
She's
entire
like-
time.
yeah,
It's
she's like
insane.
hanging
It should
out
have been
there.
really up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
it
there
just
next to
looks amazing.
the stretcher after having
Mhm.
gotten in and out of costume into her cocktail dress and such all of these times throughout this party, and then pulls this mask off, which doesn't even look like it's in any way adhered to her face, and that doesn't
No.
make sense because her eyes
The
look
only
so good in
the
it all
only
time.
the only bit of that we have is in the party scene, like the costume swap scene. He goes like, "Oh, you have something on your face," and like, I'm assuming it's like a little bit of like the like face
Glue or
tape or
something.
or like glue or
Mhm.
something for the mask.
Yeah.
And like, that's the only
hint
the
of
only
it.
little hint of it. He's like, "Oh, you have just some random shit on your face."
But then
Like,
she just pulls it off like a shiesty or something.
yeah,
And it like flips her gorgeous
Gorgeous
blonde
hair.
hair, and she looks like fan freaking tastic. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that was the most unrealistic
that's
part of the movie. to
genuinely
me.
the most unrealistic part of the entire movie. She looks
It's like-
incredible the entire time.
Yeah, no
Like,
way your hair looks that good
No,
after
it
you've
would
been
be
in a
all-
silicone mask for hours.
No, it would be all matted and f***ed up and just like weird, and like, and her face would be red from ripping the tape off and
Yeah.
stuff, like, constantly, and like, I don't know. I also, I don't know. Oh, I think I found what it was. It was so why she got that really obnoxious chapstick, dude,
I also
with the
was
unicorn, because
wondering-
like she drops it when they're in the locker room or whatever, and then like she uses it later, and he's like, "Huh, popular brand, I guess." Anyway, goes back to
Oh,
being cool
but it's
hot
like,
guy.
It's like, okay, maybe if your daughter was 4, you could have the unicorn pink
Mhm.
chapstick the size of like a mug.
Yeah, it's
but-
the most ridiculous chapstick I've
But
ever seen.
there's no reason for this woman to have a pink unicorn
No,
Pez
not at all.
dispenser of a chapstick.
Not at all.
Agreed.
Exactly. It looks like a Pez dispenser. I think he even says like it's a Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh," she's like, "Oh no, it's chapstick."
So the first time that he discovers that she has this chapstick, they're in the men's locker room.
Yeah.
And there's a moment where it looks like it's because she's in her Santa getup.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh
And,
yeah, you're a man, so
like,
you go in
yeah,
there and
go in
change
there
in
and
the
change."
men's locker room."
And he starts changing.
Mhm.
And she kind of like turns, and so she was like checking out his junk. Was he supposed to be like fully naked in this scene?
Yeah, because he took a schwitz. He said he went to the steam room real quick before he had to go out there. So
basically what I'm hearing,
she checked out his dong.
And after that decided she would accept the date.
Yeah, and then shortly after was like, yeah, I'm gonna go on a date. So dude was hanging.
Good for her.
Good for him.
I mean, it's like, okay.
Like, hey,
something made you change your mind.
Something made you change your mind, and I don't think it was his persistence. That was gonna happen. We knew that was gonna happen. Like, so good for her, good for him.
Yep, agreed.
in that regard. But I do have a question about that scene. So he gets his chapstick back or whatever, and then it immediately cuts to, okay, now she's in full Santa regalia and stuff. Like, so how did she get away with that in that locker?
Well, she was already
where did she go?
Santa.
No, she was in normal guy clothes. She had the mask and the hair and the beard and everything on. But then as soon as you take off the clothes, it's just that weird bodysuit with all the cat food.
Oats? Like, what was that?
I don't know. That was also really weird choice.
Funny, actually.
Like, whatever the that was that they threw in there. But like, and then it cuts to like, okay, now he's changed and stuff. Like, so did he just stand there and was like, yeah, I'll meet y'all out there. Everybody get out.
Suspension of disbelief again.
I know, but again, it takes 10 seconds. It takes 10 seconds for them to like just be like, oh, well, I'm uncomfortable changing in front of people. You know how it is, like like and stuff.
Gotta go.
Like, and then like so I'm gonna go find a private corner, and like he's the owner of the hotel at this point.
Like, I'm sure
he could be like, okay, everybody wrap up so you can get changed and stuff. Like, it just makes him uncomfortable.
He wants to change in there so everyone can see his giant,
his huge fucking dick.
That's the owner's dick.
Yeah, like
does that.
It's just ridiculous. Like that. Like, again, it takes 30 seconds for that conversation to happen, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, you take your time.
That's true.
Like, you wait, and like we'll tell your number one elf to stand guard until you're ready.
Easy enough.
Like, so easy. Like,
I liked that every time there was a moment where it was like a her slipping up, we're like, oh my god, like that's a hint that it's not really human behind that mustache with the chapstick and when her Santa
food.
belly explodes and all the grain or whatever comes
yeah, he's like, oh, I gotta go feed the reindeer.
They were good lines. They were good. She had good excuses.
It is a good bit.
The quips for each of those were great. The like chapstick, like, you try riding an open air sleigh at 10,000 feet. I was like, okay, that's pretty good.
Like, okay.
And then the Santa's got to go feed his reindeer. It's like, absolutely does not address the question, but great response.
Which is fair, and like, that's fine. But again, Mrs. Doubtfire, like, Robin Williams did that too, and he did it better because Robin Williams was hilarious.
That's fair. But
I don't know. It really bothered me. I was like, how did she change? Where there was so many men in there.
Question.
Like, and there was literally nowhere that she could have gone to do it.
Just waited and watched, man. Hang out, wait, see.
My biggest issue definitely is the chapstick. Like, why the are you like that chapstick is
okay,
like
there was another moment like when you're like, why the hell would you have this chapstick? Why the hell would you do this moment was more for Matthew. So when they finally go on their hot cocoa date after all this, she finally
all this fanfare
finally
and shit,
agrees to go on a date with him, and he tries to make the band make her
yes.
sing. I was like, that's pretty brutal. Like,
that's a bad move, dude. That was a bad move.
First date, hey, get up there.
Hey, I'm gonna force you to do this thing that like we're gonna do immersion trauma therapy.
Exactly.
Like without your consent. Without your consent right now. Like that was, it's like, I get that it's supposed to be fun, and she's all like, I'm a boring mom now and I don't have any of my own hobbies because I have to take care of my kid, and he's like, well, all my life has been nothing but fun, so like, here, we're gonna have some fun. There's other ways to do it. Like, he went up there and he sang and you were having a great time watching him do it. Like, why did he force her to do? I knew as soon as they mentioned that she was a singer and that there was a concert at the end of the week, I was like, oh, she's gonna get up there and perform at some point. Like, she's gonna get over it at some point. I did not think that he was gonna do this bullshit. And I was like, yo, dude.
I was like,
of course she ran out of there crying and was like, okay, we're done here.
Yeah, like,
like, I don't want to talk to you right now. Like, but also that does lead me to another thing though, like, not really related, but like, so they go skiing or whatever before this happens, and he's like, oh, like, I want you to come to the event. And she's like, oh, so that's not a date, that's an event. Like, yeah, we can do that and stuff. Did she not know that she already had to be there as Santa?
She definitely did, because I feel like they talked about it earlier. Either that.
No, wait, no. I'm wrong. I am wrong. I'm wrong, because when she does the hot cocoa thing to his office, he says,
Hugh
"Oh,
will
you'll
be
get to
there."
meet Hugh because my dad's demanding he's there." So he hadn't told Hugh yet,
So
I guess. So she wouldn't know.
again, HR.
But you would assume.
Right.
But if you're Santa Claus and you're having an event in Christmas Village with children, I think you should be able to assume that Santa would be there,
And also
for this event.
To be fair, that job pays, I will remind you, $2,000 a week.
$1,000 and 50% discount to this really expensive
So
snowboard
you
thing.
better believe whatever the hell they're asking for. You're gonna go and work that event.
I'm doing that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I don't give a.
Yeah,
like, I
you
don't give
kidding
a
me?
fuck.
She at one point she's like, "I'll scrub toilets. I'll go pick up dog poop." I'm like, for $2,000
Yeah,
a week, I'll do
$2,000
that
a week,
too.
yeah.
Like my hand is up.
I'm there, dude. Like,
Damn.
yeah, like it's bougie as fuck. Like, to be honest, like God, like which I also understand why the VP was like, I deserve to be the manager, like,
Yes,
and
yes.
stuff, because like only imagine what they're getting paid.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, honestly, fair.
it's okay because she gets to be the general manager at the London location
Perfect.
to make her life better, and their daughter can
Daughters-
see her
so their-
dad again.
So their
'cause he's in
snowboarder
London.
daughter can have a great time snowboarding in London.
Well, no, I will say she did say, when Hugh goes to talk to the bully, she's like, "Aren't you supposed to be up on the mountain or whatever?" Like, and like, "Oh, I got kicked out. I don't even care. Like, I don't even want to be doing it anyway. My mom just did it, so I didn't have to deal. She didn't have to deal with me on the weekends and stuff." So she's like, and like, they got money obviously because she has a bougie job and stuff. So she's like, "Yeah, here's all the snowboarding shit you need." And
So
stuff.
she's not a passionate snowboarder.
Yeah,
like
she's
Zoe.
not. Yeah, like the daughter is there because she wants to be there and is trying to learn to be better. She's there because she's rich.
That's fair.
Is like and stuff. So I'll give him that in that regard. But yeah, there's still just a bunch of shit wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say more suspension of disbelief. If she was that
guess.
rich, they'd be skiers.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's right. Oh God, I don't know, man.
So did you notice there's one point where when our heroine decides that she is gonna actually go on a date and apologize to Matthew for freaking out that he asked her to sing the night before or whatever, and she shows up at his office during the workday, strike one.
Yeah. To deliver hot chocolate he did not order.
To deliver hot chocolate when a normal person should, in real world, right? She would have showed up just with 2 things of hot chocolate she got somewhere, right? That would be the normal thing to do. But instead, she has the hotel staff apparently prepare these 2 camping mugs full of hot chocolate.
Yeah, they are camping
and
mugs,
roll them like
which
room
is
service style on this poorly decorated little cart.
Oh yeah, and she gets the VP's assistant, whoever that guy is, who's randomly there. The guy who runs out and is like, "Everybody loves Santa now." Like that guy who,
Yes,
I guess is her assistant or whatever. Like to come in and be like, "The hot chocolate you ordered," and he's like, "I didn't order hot chocolate. What are you talking about?" And then she's like, "Hey, sorry,
It's
it's
like-
me." And he's like, "Oh, it's like, yeah, no,
yeah,
you're 100%
Do
correct."
you think that if I was that VP's assistant, I would be like, "What do you want me to do? What?
Exactly,
So that
and
you can hit on this billionaire?"
And exactly,
Like-
it's like, okay, so now you got some money because you've been doing this for, you're getting paid to do this. It's been a couple weeks and stuff. You're gonna buy that? Like, you're still scraping for change here. Apparently, like your life's so hard financially and stuff. Go get the cheapest shit you can get and just knock on his door in the middle of the day.
Swiss Miss.
Yeah,
And,
exactly,
like you
dude.
show up with a packet of Swiss
Yeah, and
Miss,
be
it's
like-
gonna have the same effect.
He's gonna do the same thing. Yeah, that was also kind of like, what are we even doing here, brother? Like, I don't.
I thought that one was pretty silly from a room service standpoint, at least.
And from a logistical standpoint, yeah, which is a lot of what this movie is. It doesn't make sense from a logistics standpoint in terms of like HR and the hiring of people
That's
and
fair.
stuff like that. Okay. I know
However,
there's.
it is comforting and heartwarming.
It made me mad, so.
Oh, okay, so maybe not so comforting for you.
Wasn't comforting for me because I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
You're like, I can't
there's
handle this.
so many plot holes. Like, there's so many plot
Fair
holes.
number.
And then I guess like one of my things too is with the whole, I don't know, with the whole band thing. I just like in her music and stuff, it's like I get that she's working. So at the beginning of the movie, she's like some kind of like shift supervisor for a baker in town.
Yeah, for
or
a cookie
something.
place. A
Like
cookie place that
place.
fires her at Christmas, which
Immediately.
would be the time where they would
Mhm.
need the seasonal employees. Another
Exactly.
plot hole.
And yeah, exactly. The first thing I wrote down, I think, was like, so she gets fired immediately, even though, and they're cutting costs. So they fire a supervisor instead of one of the scrubs.
Well,
Instead of one of the guys.
she probably gets paid more as a
She probably does get
supervisor.
paid more, but like, okay, so you fire 2 scrubs. She just has to do a little bit more work because you gave her a supervisor role. So you know she's good.
Mhm.
So you should keep that employee and just be like, sorry, you like closer to minimum wage people, you guys are getting
Theoretically,
Like,
you would think.
that also didn't make a lot of sense to me. But also, so that's like a 9 to 5 job, I would assume.
Mhm.
Like kind of a thing, especially in a supervisor type role.
Mhm.
Can't play music on the weekends, like Friday nights, open mic, like go out there, get your guitar and play a little music and stuff.
Hurts too much,
You
Jake.
didn't pick up a guitar for 15 years, but you still have it in the closet and you play a little bit in the closet for like 30 seconds.
It hurt too much to play that guitar, to look at that guitar.
Because some guy knocked her up and then bailed.
That sounds traumatic.
It does sound traumatic, yeah. Like, and I mean, that's never gonna happen to me, obviously. Like, but like, I don't think I would just immediately give up on things. The only thing that made me happy.
Well,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Like, obviously, her daughter makes her very happy once their
That's
daughter
fair.
is born and stuff. But also, like, you know, like,
But it reminds her of her ex. The music reminds her of her ex who ran off to become a rock star. And
sounds
that's
like
gotta hurt.
sounds like really good inspiration for a new album.
Yeah, it sure is.
Sounds like it's like I can't be a rock star and a mom. It's like I could name like 15 rock stars who are parents, like and stuff, like who are like not
good parent.
You don't have to be like you can be a good parent and a rock star. Like you can do all of these things. Like
you can have it all.
Like you could literally have it all. And like you apparently were the best thing music to ever come out of this town. Probably gonna make it a little bit. Like you're probably gonna be able to like pay at least half of your bills off of just music, you know, like and stuff. If you're this good, you got a record pressed. You know how hard it is to get a record pressed at any stage.
It was so expensive.
20 years ago too.
20 years ago, she has a vinyl album from 20 years ago.
You're doing okay.
Like, she had to have been really popular at one point.
Yeah, getting knocked up, like again. Besides the trauma of it all, like sure I understand like why in that regard, but like could have just taken that time to write an album about how you're feeling and probably could have blown up.
Yeah,
like
probably
like from that and stuff. Like again, I just don't think any of the adults are very smart in this movie because that did like because like again the music is where her trauma is and why she didn't do anything for 15 years with music. And then at the end, she finally does some singing again. And her daughter's like, my mom's so fucking cool and not lame anymore. And it's like, okay, great.
Can we talk about the fact that about halfway through this movie, we find out that her mom has been hiding from her daughter the entire time the fact that she was in this famous band?
Yeah.
Like
that she was in a semi-popular band.
Again,
had a following,
a record and a following.
This super rich dude loves your shit, and it was the reason he picked up guitar and singing because of
told your
and you never ever mentioned it, and just like that's really weird to me. Again,
yeah,
trauma is trauma, and people process it and deal with it how they can. It just still seems kind of weird. It just seems kind of off for this movie.
Agreed,
because it's like. Not it's like relevant but not at the same time. Like
that's why I wish they'd done away with this entire musician subplot, because really what matters, this billionaire with a giant schlong
with a huge dick
wants
apparently.
to inspire you to just follow your passion, drink hot chocolate.
He literally wants to take care of you.
Sounds great.
He wants to be daddy, and you're saying no.
And this dude was like pursuing you hard, politely
too. Yeah.
I thought he was
he did a good job. Besides the like forced immersion therapy like he tried to do. That was just a misstep. I think it was an honest misstep. It was bad. It was a really bad misstep. But like that, because of how not okay she is with music and stuff, and she said that to him, so like that's not great. But everything else he does is good. He's not pushy. He's like, you keep saying no, like we keep running into each other, so I'm gonna
politely ask you again.
Like and stuff. Like he probably likes that she doesn't know who he is and stuff, but like she's clearly has some kind of interest in him, because she's not immediately like, stop talking to me, you creep, like and stuff, like and everything. Like I don't know, because then like the brother and his husband are like, you don't know who the this is, like because the brother is like, I'd be all over that shit like if I was like, you. Hello. Like he's the smartest up until they fuck up
at the end when they screw up the guarding. It's like you literally had one job, which was to guard this bathroom door. That was the only job.
And you left for Stephen King. Don't get me wrong, I like Stephen King too, but like I would have liked to go see what's up too. But like fun. But at the same time, like, you're helping commit a crime right now.
This is
like,
true.
So it's gonna take, it needs to take a little bit more. Yeah. There's like, this is some hardcore intense fraud and like theft of wages. Not theft of wages, but like it's a scam of some sort, you know, like on paper. But
it is. Well, she did use her social security number, so I wonder how this would hold up in
identity
law.
Theft. Some kind of identity.
It is. I guess fraud is the right word, because
fraud's probably the right word. Yeah, because it just is like.
She was still
I don't know. They just had to do the music thing so that they could have a moment where she cries and yells at him, and they like break up for a second. But then like she immediately gets over it
and apologizes by having room service
with the room service and stuff. Yeah, which is again doesn't make.
If you showed up at my place of work in the middle of the day. To apologize. Actually, if you try to do anything romantic at my place of work to interrupt my day,
during the busiest time of the year,
at my new job,
that
and,
you didn't even want,
and after like our second date,
because you're being blackmailed by your father to do the job.
Sounds like,
homie's in there stressing.
I also love how dad's like, I'm gonna turn you over to the Italian police.
Okay. If you don't run my hotel. Okay. like deal.
All right, Dad.
Yeah, deal. I'll
you got
sign
me
some paper and shit. Like,
the bottom line is do not show up at anyone's place of business trying to reconcile, trying to woo them, trying to casually run into them. No
bullshit like that. No, I would be livid if somebody did that to me. I'd be like, I don't care that I have my own office, like, and my work gets done when it gets done, kind of a thing. Like,
exactly.
Like, I don't care. Like, if I'm in that situation, like, I don't think it's smart.
What do you think when they were out on all those dates where they were like, before he put her on, like, tried to put her on stage and make her sing, before she fell down while they were skiing.
Right, when they were going on, when there was a ski lesson, and it was just they were going on a walk, because she wouldn't say date. Like, all those,
what the fuck do you think they talked about? At no point was he like, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
What do you do all day?
Yeah.
It's like, I impersonate an elderly man.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing that drives me crazy with these kind of movies is like, it would take 10 seconds for him to ask that question and her to say, I'm in between things right now. Because she just got fired.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm in between things right now, and it's hard to look for work during this time of the year. And he'd be like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, that's fair. Like, it's like, well, you get to spend more time with your daughter then and stuff. And she's like, yeah, and that's been good. Boom. Done. Like,
easy enough.
Like, easy enough. Like, you just have to shoot and do that scene.
You know what would have made more time for that? If they cut the musician subplot.
Because that's all they talked about. Because that's all he wanted to talk about.
Silly. Like, I didn't care for that. But all in all, like, I thought it flowed really well, despite the hiccup of the subplot and the intense amount of suspension of disbelief needed.
Yeah,
but it's a Christmas movie, so I will give it all of the suspension of disbelief that I have in my heart.
That's fair. That's fine. I can't look past that. I can't look past that personally. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one, because although, again, they're both very attractive and they both had very good chemistry, which is surprising for this kind of movie. So that was good. but the overarching story and every decision made that wasn't about their relationship was stupid. Like about
Yes.
like the overall logistics of how this even happened. And that drives me crazy. Like there's a way to write this exact story where it makes a little bit of sense. You know what I mean? Like
maybe it's not a mega ski resort. Maybe it's somewhere where it's realistic for HR to f up this bad.
yeah, exactly. I mean, and hey, people f up all the time, like at their
Mhm.
jobs and stuff.
Mhm.
Like
Just look at the Catholic Church.
yeah, see,
Just-
there you
this
go.
is how you get into situations
Talk about
like
an
this.
HR nightmare.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
HR nightmare, PR nightmare,
yeah, like,
everything.
yeah, awful, dude. Like, but there's just a way to do this without making every adult look stupid. And it's like, wow, man, they're getting paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to fuck up this bad.
Yeah.
Like, if
Yeah.
I fuck up that bad at work, I'm out.
Dude,
I'm out on the
seriously.
street, bro. Like, and like, I don't know. It's just like, it's just such an oversight that like, it's a glaring oversight that I can't look past, even if there are some good beats and like good moments, good chemistry and everything like that. It's definitely not the worst one that I've seen.
Thank you. Well,
Though.
I'll look past it to enjoy that holiday warmth, and I will probably watch this again. Honestly, I'll probably watch it again
Yeah.
next year. I liked
Yeah.
it.
I think
Yeah.
Austin's gonna watch it tonight with her
Ah,
family.
It's a good choice.
And I was like, good luck. Like, have fun, I guess.
So, are
She's
you
gonna love it.
Are you gonna consider watching The Most Wonderful Time of the Year again then?
No.
Damn it.
I'm so good.
Thought that hopefully we would have convinced you.
No, it's just fine. I only need to see these movies once. If you've seen one of them, you've seen most of them.
That's true.
I wouldn't say all of them because this
But-
one's a little different because it doesn't have the I have a big bougie job or like
Mhm.
or the classic thing. I've seen people like it's crazy that a lot of the Hallmark movies, regardless of what time of year it is, are based around like, hey babe, I'm your big city like bougie boyfriend and stuff, and like we just got engaged. And I'm ignoring you a little bit right now because I have to land one deal that's going to get us $20 million
We're gonna be set.
as soon as the paperwork is signed, and we're going to be set together. Okay, you're going to go home and visit your family for a week. That's totally fine. I'll meet you at the end of the week when this deal is
Yeah.
over. And then
And we'll be set for
you
life.
fell in love with your high school sweetheart that you haven't talked to in 20 years. How the fuck could you do this to me? Like,
It's like,
kind of thing. Like,
oh my god.
like it didn't have that plot, which it was
That's
nice
true.
because I thought there was going to be a little bit of that, and I was like, okay, it's different in that regard.
It was
which
refreshing because of that. I thought that
Yeah.
was refreshing.
Like they did a Mrs. Doubtfire thing, and it's like,
Mhm.
okay, fun. Those kind of movies are
Mhm,
fun. You know, like I do enjoy a Mrs. Doubtfire
Yeah.
situation, kind of a thing. So I did appreciate that, but I did think that I do think that it's hilarious. It's like, yeah, like it only took a week. like bro, you got $20 million in the bag, and now you are free to be
Yeah,
single
I
because
was
she
gonna
was
say-
not for you in the first place, bro.
Yep.
Like,
And now you were gonna have everyone is gonna be after you.
and he's the bad guy.
Terrible,
And that's-
terrible man.
and he's
Taking
a piece
phone
of
calls
shit.
after 5 p.m.
Taking a phone call after 5 p.m. because
Monster.
he has to just sign the paperwork, and they're gonna have $20 million in the bank. like, come on,
See,
bro.
I feel like that takes even more suspension of disbelief than half of the things in this movie. Is the typical Hallmark trope of
Yes.
the big city
big city
man.
man and how awful he is.
Yeah.
Like kind of a thing. Yeah, and it's like
that
no,
bad, successful, stable provider.
How dare he?
How dare he?
how dare he? Like, I'm sorry. Like, you're gonna get $20 million. Don't talk to me for 2 weeks. Like, don't talk to me for 2 weeks if you don't, if you aren't able to. That's I'll be fine.
Whatever you need to do.
Like, I'm gonna start shopping. I'm gonna
In
start
fact-
shopping now.
In fact, you guys, we will figure it out.
Yeah.
I will be here when you need
Like,
me.
I will be here waiting.
Yep.
Like, I'll answer as soon as you call. Be
Yep.
like, what's up, baby? Like,
Yep.
I miss
Yep.
you. Like, we're good. Like,
Exactly.
so it was different than that. So I do appreciate that. But overall, yeah, I just can't.
It was a good one.
It's okay. We'll let
There-
the audience decide.
Yeah, hopefully some people will enjoy it for its holiday magic.
What did Nick think of it?
Cringe.
Yeah.
But he laughed, so I think he enjoyed it pretty well.
I mean, I laughed too at certain points, but
Yeah.
I still think it was mid.
Net fun.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
We'll see. Yeah, agree to disagree. Well, follow on Instagram, TikTok, and everything. Instagram, we always do the fun poll to see what you guys think and everything. This one's gonna be close, I think. I think it'll be pretty close. Maybe 50-50, probably around 41%. Maybe.
I bet we get.
I bet
right
we get
there.
rather. Now we'll probably get positive. A lot of people like to vote against me just
Well,
for fun.
And a lot of people love Christmas.
But I did win the abduction one with Julia. Every single person who
Mm.
voted said bad. It was 100%
It was that
bad, which
bad.
I don't think I've had. I don't
Ooh.
think I've ever had.
Ooh, interesting.
The time
Okay.
that I've been doing this, there's always at least one person who votes the other way. But this was
Like,
100%.
that bad.
This movie sucks.
Do
and
you
it
think that was the
does.
worst movie you've done so far? Then
It was 5%.
wow.
With actual like not actual, but like reputable
sources.
sources
Oof.
like commenting
Oof.
on it and stuff. So yeah, it's probably the worst one. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Well-
Worse than this movie.
All right. See,
This movie was better
See?
than that movie, that's for sure.
See.
So I'll give you that.
So good movie debate. Thank you.
Sure. Whatever you say. But yeah, follow on all that stuff to stay updated. Check out my what you call it? I have a little deals links in the description of this episode where you can buy some stuff through my code or whatever, and I get a little bit of cash money, and that would be great. Okay, well, thank you for jumping in and being able to do a Christmas episode. I know you always will if you have time
Thank you
and
for
everything.
having me. It's always a joy.
Of course, thank you. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.